We did
Right
get
here.
this shot of the moon rising
yes.
last night.
This is
though.
beautiful. Look at this thing.
So this is from the Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles. Great shot from down there. People could see it mostly everywhere, but here in the Portland area. But, you know, we're going to learn a little bit about more. What is a super blue blood moon exactly? So we have Jim Todd, the Director of Space Science Education at OMSI. So what the heck is this thing?
We saw the supermoon rising last night. It was actually fairly clear last
It was
evening.
very clear. It was a beautiful full moon last night, which is what it was. And it was a supermoon. And what that means is that the moon was at its closest distance to the Earth. Astronomers call perigee, but now we call it the supermoon. When we have the supermoon and the perigee, the closest distance. And it was about 14% closer and 30% brighter.
So take us through that. The moon, it's not the same distance from Earth. Give us a general range throughout the year of the orbit of
Well,
the moon.
generally it's about 235,000 miles, give or take some, but it orbits around the Earth in kind of an egg-like shape. And so sometimes it's close, sometimes it's far. So what we had was this morning with the perigee. And far, it becomes a micromoon. So we have a supermoon, micromoon. So last night was a good combination when we had the full moon and the closest distance happened just before the lunar eclipse. This is also the second full moon of the month, which is called a blue moon.
Not actually blue, it just because it's the second full moon of the
It's
month.
the second full moon. It started in 1937 in the Farmer's Almanac. And in the calendar, they had the second full moon as blue. And so
They
really
literally
started
colored
that.
it blue, and that's where the name
Yeah,
comes
it's-
That's
from?
funny. Okay.
It's been around for 400 years, but word really got caught on with the Farmer's Almanac. Now, the funny thing is that we'll have another blue moon in March. So we have
Typically-
two full moons in March, no full moons in February.
Man, it's been a year with the eclipse in August.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's been a lot of.
And what are you holding in your hand there? You want
Yeah,
to
what
play
is
some
this?
catch? Toss it down here?
Yeah, well,
Is it heavy?
What did you want to show us?
Trust Kathy. Go ahead, Jim. You hold it.
yeah.
What do you got
Somebody
here?
will put it on the show, but it's actually been a tremendous year. It really has, and this is a kind of an educational moment. We had the total solar eclipse in August. 6 months later, then we have the total lunar eclipse, which explains perfectly how the nodes are perfectly aligned up between Earth, Sun, and Moon, create this effect, and people are getting really excited about it and learning more and more about what's happening in our sky.
Now I'm really curious. Do you just always walk around with a moon in your hand?
What are you holding, Jim? Come on. Out with it.
Yeah, well, you know, it actually is very useful in explaining what's happening and the mechanics and what have you. Because when you try to explain to people what's happening in the sky, you have to think three-dimensionally. And so in order to get the three-dimensional, we kind of do props. And of course, we have the Kendall Planetarium, which is a wonderful place to demonstrate all of these things. So this is what we really strive to do, is try to bring it down to a level that people
To
can
our level.
understand.
Yes, yeah. And maybe play
No.
catch at some point.
So real quick, the color of the moon last night, we showed it on sunrise this morning from the observatory down in California. It was a beautiful red. And that color is created by what during the total lunar eclipse?
During the total lunar eclipse, it's red because as the sunlight goes, the moon, first of all, the full moon goes into the Earth's shadow, okay? And so when it goes into the Earth's shadow, the sunlight goes through the Earth's atmosphere, gets scattered, becomes blue, okay? And then the remaining long wave red is what's left. It goes on the surface of the moon. And some people call it the bloody moon, the red moon, the lunar eclipse, and what have you. And so that's where the redness comes from, right?
Did you get that? There's gonna
Boy,
be a
and to
quiz
think
later.
that I thought the super blue blood moon had to do with the Patriots being in the Super Bowl on Sunday. But, you know,
Oh, my
Something new
goodness.
every
It's a good
day on
omen, right?
Fourth of
Yeah.
May, don't you?
Jim, thanks for
Jim,
coming
thank you.
by.